purpose of this video is to discuss the process after you send back your final loan modification documents to the bank. If you're a subscriber of the page, welcome back. If not, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and let me know if you have a comment or a question. So this video applies to the very tail end of the loan modification process. So if this video applies to you, what this means is you've been through the document negotiation with the bank, you've received approval, maybe you've been through a 3-month trial payment plan period, maybe you've received some sort of partial claim on the property. They've sent you your final documents, they've told you here's the loan terms, you have signed and notarized your loan modification documents, and you've sent them back to the bank. So this video applies to this very tail end process, which we're calling the quality assurance process. If you want information about any of the steps earlier in the process, like the negotiation, or reviewing your final documents, or the TPP period, there are other videos on this page that discuss those. This is about the very end. So once you sign and execute your documents and send them back to the bank will open up what they call a quality assurance process. And what they're doing during this time is they're reviewing your signatures, they're reviewing the notary's work, and then they're doing what's called fully applying the loan modification to the account. So what that means is your loan stays in a default status until your loan modification is fully applied. So even though you have signed and notarized your documents, the bank still has to do a few things on their end in order to finish the modification. So a lot of people, rightly so, right? They think that they sign their documents, they notarize them, they send them back, and it's over and they're done. But you really want to make sure you're keeping track of everything with the bank until the bank tells you that the loan modification has been fully applied to the account. What they have to do is, once the signatures pass this quality assurance review, meaning there are no problems, the bank then has to remove the default status from your account. So in their computer system, when you're behind, the account will say it's in default. It'll tell the people on the bank's end how many days you're behind. Once the loan modification is applied, they need to actually remove this default flag, remove the past due notifications, and write in their system that your loan has been brought current. So the language that you use when you call to check on everything is you're trying to say to the bank, has my loan been brought current yet? Is my loan out of default? Once the bank says yes, that's kind of the point where you can feel like, okay, my loan modification is fully complete. So you send the documents back, they review the signatures, they review the notary. If everything looks good, they then have to apply the loan modification to the account, and then they remove your loan from default. Those are kind of the steps that you're wanting to track and the language you can use when you call to check on it. The very last and final step is when the bank takes your modification documents that you signed and notarized. They will have a representative from their loss mitigation department sign them as well, and then they will send those documents to your specific county recorder's office so they can record the loan modification with the county. And so what that is the very last thing that will happen, and you can ask your bank if that's happened yet. And so really the steps are, after you send them back, number 1, quality assurance, they review the signatures. Number 2, they remove the loan from default, they bring your loan current. And then number 3, they sign the documents and they send those documents to the county recorder's office. Banks and servicers are supposed to send you a copy of those countersigned documents, meaning once the bank signs, they're supposed to mail you a copy. If it's been like 30 days and you still don't have a copy of that, you can request a copy from your county. The county will likely have that. So the point of this is all just to be aware that just because you sign and notarize the documents doesn't mean that you're done. You need to mail the documents back in the way that the bank asked you to, and then you need to call to follow up just to make sure the signatures pass through quality assurance, to make sure that the loan has been removed from default, and then you can find out when the documents have actually been countersigned and sent to the county. Once those 3 things have happened, you can feel 100% assured that your loan modification is done, you're current, and then you just move forward making your regular monthly mortgage payments. Good luck.